Brazil, 2002. Spain, 2010. Germany, 2014. Three teams that didn't win the World Cup. They owned it. You knew the result before kickoff. That team is gone. Not injured. Extinct. And it isn't bad luck. It's 20 years of football solving its own greatness.
This is the biggest World Cup ever staged, 48 teams. No room for Italy, four-time champions, out for a third straight tournament. And the Giants, who did show up? They flinched. Morocco held Brazil. Japan held the Netherlands. Ecuador beat Germany. And Cape Verde, 500,000 people, their first World Cup ever, drew all three games. Keeper Vozinha unbeatable, and walked into the knockouts as the smallest nation in history to get there. Don't misread it. The Giants can still crush the minnows. Argentina, behind a record-breaking Messi, swept Saudi Arabia aside. Belgium thrashed New Zealand 6. Sweden 5 past Tunisia. The fear used to run top to top. Now it only runs top to bottom. Football moved through 3 eras. The first belonged to individuals. A single genius could win a tournament alone. Tactics existed, genius overruled them. And a handful of nations hoarded the best players. The second era belonged to systems. Spain, 2010, tiki-taka, keeping the ball until you forgot what it looked like. Germany, 2014, a pressing machine. One elite idea, executed perfectly, was enough to rule the world. Then came the era nobody planned. The systems got copied. The high press, building from the back, the mid-block, positional play, broken down and handed to every coaching staff on earth. Data on every laptop. The edge dissolved. The number 10 who used to improvise now just executes the plan. Here's what dominance used to look like. Brazil, 2002. Ronaldo, Rivaldo, and Ronaldinho in one attack. They didn't need a plan, they were the plan. Germany, 2014. 7 goals past Brazil in a semi-final on the host nation. Now the floor has risen, and the ceiling hasn't moved. Morocco reached a semi-final in 2022 and held Brazil without blinking. The expanded format didn't dilute the World Cup. It exposed how far the rest of the planet has caught up. Dominance became impossible by design. The World Cup used to mint legends overnight. 2010 made Mesut Ozil a Real Madrid player and gave Thomas Muller the Golden Boot. 2014, James Rodríguez, 6 goals, the Golden Boot, and an $80 million move to Madrid. 2018 crowned a 19-year-old Mbappé, who scored in the final. 2022, Enzo Fernández, best young player, a 106 million British record to Chelsea. Bellingham, 19, a superstar. And after that, the names run dry. A tournament engineered for parity doesn't make monsters. It makes balance, and the evolution reached the one team that was supposed to be immune. Brazil, the home of Jogo Bonito, bunkered against Morocco and took the draw. Carlo Ancelotti, choosing control over joy. Two truths sit in the same facts. Football has never been healthier. The gap is gone. Any nation can win. The result isn't written before kickoff. And football has never been less magical, safer, smarter, grayer. The Giants didn't decline. The game evolved into one that won't let them exist. Did football get better, or did it lose its giants? Follow for the full 2026 World Cup breakdown.